Welcome, people, body odor sufferers, or whatever. Interview no show. So that means nobody showed up. There was supposed to be another interview happening this week because today is Friday and it's like 9:07, but he stopped responding to me. So it's an interview no show. And I don't know. I was thinking to myself, what can I do? I think I'm going to stay on here for like at least an hour. And I was thinking to myself, what can I do to fill up this space for an hour? And I was thinking about showing off some ideas, or talking about some ideas I have for the channel, or videos I was going to create for the channel. Let me first open up chat just to see if anybody's available or anybody's even on here right now. So let me edit. Let me go over here. Go to live control room. Yeah, so if anybody's watching this at the moment, Carol Williams. Hello, Carol Williams. Let me greet Carol Williams. Hello, Carol. How was your week? Beam. So if anybody's watching this interview no show, the motherfucker didn't show up. Basically. So, I sent him an email. I told him, this week is your interview week. And I was like, just trying to tell him. I think I told him on like a Tuesday. He didn't respond. Then I told him, the next day, I'm like, hey, I do need some confirmation that you're going to show up. And I said on a Wednesday. He didn't respond. I think on Thursday, I did say something. Let me see here. But to make a long story short, he just didn't show up. I guess he, with a lot of people, they create separate accounts. That's the thing. They create separate accounts. So this is not like their personal account. So sometimes they just forget to look into this newly created account to see if I actually say something to them. So that's a possibility that happened. He just didn't look into his newly created account, so he didn't know I was like emailing him, hey, what about that interview we were going to do this week? So he just slipped his mind, or maybe he was like, fuck this guy, I don't want to do it anymore. Here's another thing. I think I titled this People Sometimes Flake Off. And, I always thought to myself, I was always thinking to myself, let me look at the chat if there's anybody available here. Harden 54. Thank you, Jermaine, for your loyal dedication. Consistent great work in spite of people who flake. How do you know my motherfucking name though? People start like people getting really loose with my name, you know what I mean? Like people are super like, I don't know, something about like people saying my name and I don't even know their face. It's sort of weird when people know your name, but you don't know them. You don't know their name, or people know your name, but you don't know like what they look like. But when you see somebody message you and they say your name, it's like, do I know you? Like, you know what I mean? But Carol Williams, it was good. Well, that is fantastic, Carol Williams. Oh yeah, so yeah. Sometimes people flake off. But I started to think about like a lot of reasons why people don't like doing interviews. And the thing is, you're not really in control. Like, because it's just one person, it's just this one guy that you don't know. Like, most people don't know me. They don't know. Your name shows up in your email and a word? Caller ID, but I don't think I actually, what's funny about that? You can, a year or two ago, I found out there's this website where it has a lot of. Oh no, I was just joking. Harden 54, I was just joking. I was just like, it's funny that like a lot of people like say my name, and it's always weird when people say your name, and it's like you don't know them, and it's like, huh? But at the same time, it's not a big deal. I'm just saying it's like it's sort of weird in a way. Like it's always like, huh? My first inclination is maybe I know this person, but a lot of times that's not like how the internet works. But oh yeah, what I was gonna say was it's very funny that you said caller ID because just a year or two ago, I started to find out like there's like websites that hold all your information, like yeah, that keep all your information in like a database. I remember just like putting my name up there. I'm like just curious, putting my name in the Google search, and I found out like they had my information. Hey, we found another security guard. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I got the new digs. Got the new digs. I'm moving from $9 to $12. Oh shit. I'm balling out of control. I'm fucking I don't know. I'm getting all this money. I have so much money. I'm just gonna get this excess money, throw it off in the strip club like it ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I got another security job. I got another security job. Another security job, but I don't know if I want to talk about because this is the thing. I don't think I'm gonna have time to talk about do like vlogs. So I guess I should just inform people what's going on with my life a little bit. So yeah, got into another job. But the thing is, it's like they promised me a certain type of schedule, a certain type of shift. And once I got the job, I didn't get that schedule or get that shift. They promised me, okay, it's going to be a night shift. You can work 32 hours, so on and so forth. And you're going to get paid $12 an hour. So I'm like, cool. But when I finally got to the job and I started working there, started to find out that I'm not really a permanent, I'm a part-time convenient, like they put me when it's convenient. It's not like I'm always going to have a set schedule. It's like unless there's events. I'm working at a theater, and I'm working at like a theater, not necessarily a movie theater, but like play theater, where plays and comedy specials or ballets or concerts happen. Those types of theaters. So the thing is, when events like that happen, then they'll like place me in certain things, but they'll place me in like things where I just have to stand up for like 6 hours straight and just watch people. It's not like what I expected, where I was just gonna sit at a comfy desk and just watch the cameras and shit. No, 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 it ain't none of that. Let me look for you, funny low money, money, money. What's the hours? So, okay, yeah, they promised me like 32 hours initially. Oh yeah, you're gonna get 32-hour job. Um, but the thing is, can you please make a video talk about right now about your detailed reactions you get from people in detail? Please, like what did they say and stuff or what they do? Thank you. All right. Well, to respond to True Doll, what the amount of hours they promised me 32 hours, but what I got from the other security guards who are actually doing my stuff, they say you get somewhere between, in the very least, 20 hours, at the most maybe 28 hours. So it's still part-time, but at the same time these motherfuckers lied to me, and it's like I'm standing up for 6 hours. And oh, going to Kitty Fem, let me talk about last week because I don't think I'm going to be able to make a vlog this week or next week. Last week, this was like the first week I'm on the job. And this week was a special week. Last week was a special week. It was for some festival for kids. It was a festival with kids who have special disabilities or disabilities. It's called AKI Week. So Tuesday to Friday, from Tuesday to Friday, well, I definitely can answer that, Caramel Gazelle, but from Tuesday to Friday, I had to get up in the morning, 7 a.m. to 2 p.m., which is not, that's like 6 hours or some shit. And stand outside while there's like several different buses filled with kids. Each bus fills like 20 to 30 people, 20 to 30 kids, plus chaperones. And you're standing outside in the hot sun while it's beating down your face while there's kids around you, and it's like, oh my god. And you have to stand there for 6 hours straight. That shit was not promised on the fucking job. I thought I was gonna get a comfy job sitting at night by myself, being comfortable on my iPad watching YouTube and shit. I didn't think I had to sit up 6 hours straight while the sun is beating down my face and little kids are like all across my face and shit. I wasn't prepared for that shit. They didn't say that. That wasn't in the contract. Well, it's not a contract. Technically, it is a contract. So it's like, damn, right? I'm just like, and the thing that really bothered me was the fact that, like, when is someone going to organize a walkathon with news coverage? Oh, you mean a 2 mile walkathon? Shit. First off, we need to figure out how many people are within the city. Um, that's a good, interesting thing. 2 mile walkathon. Man, maybe we should call up Ethan. Ethan was the last interviewer I talked. Well, it wasn't the last one, but one of the interviewers I talked to. He said he organized some type of fundraiser with his company that generated $15,000. We need to start. I need to start contacting Ethan and shit. You know what I'm saying? If you can generate $10,000, and he said he got like 1,000 people up into this boxing fundraiser. Okay, I think we need to call Ethan and get his opinion on how to orchestrate all that. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, but I'm glad you actually said that, Kara Williams, because there was something I wanted to show people. It was a really, really important video I wanted to make months ago. So I want to share my screen. I mean, I don't want to share my screen because, okay, I want to say this. Everybody has a Google account, right? Google account has a lot of options. If you go to your email account, maybe I should share my screen for a second. I'll share my screen for a second. Hold up. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I'm sharing my screen. Hold up. Let me see here. Cameraman. Is this it? Cameraman? No, that's not what. This is it. Okay. Your entire screen or the application window? This one, just this one, and I'll share it. So you should see my screen, I think. Let's see here. Okay, you see my screen. Cool. So within Google, they have Google Apps, and there's a number of apps that you can use, right? I think I stumbled upon this one app. I don't know if this was in Google Maps. Let me see here. Shit. But I know I was playing around with the Google Maps, Google Apps, and there is this one app that you can do where, let me check on the chat for a second here. Okay, the chat's not really saying anything. Cool. So there's this one app that you can do with Google Maps where you can make pinpoint locations within the map, right? But the thing is, I forgot where it was called. It's not this one. I feel like language tips, consumers out of business, take a tour, location sharing your timeline. It was one. I'm so mad. I don't know what it was. Was it location sharing? No. Let me stop sharing it. Let me stop sharing my screen here. Stop. Okay. And I'm back. But I know Google Maps has this this ability to create these pinpoints on the map. And what I was thinking about doing, I wanted to do this months ago. I wanted to create a series, like I'm doing this live stream series. I wanted to create a series where maybe for an hour, I ask people their name, their email, and their location. And then I put like the pin on the map, and people will be able to view all the people who have submitted their information on the map, and they will know, oh, this person lives in Atlanta. This person lives in, I don't know, Austin, Texas. This person lives in Philadelphia or some shit like that. Like with Google Maps, you can do that. I just forgot how to do it. I'm so mad. I forgot how to do it. And it's just, I think that would be fun. I think that would be really important to figure out where are people located across the map. And with Google Maps, there's some. I'm just so mad that I can't figure it out. And I think I'm gonna try to figure this shit out by the end of um, this broadcast, this live stream, because I did it before. I just forgot how to do it. I forgot how to do it. Um, but if I can figure this shit out and make a series on it, and maybe I was thinking to myself, maybe every Monday night or something like that, or some every something night, I do like for an hour where I just let it on, let the live stream on, and if anybody wants to share the information, like you don't even have to give out your real name, but you have to give at least give out your email, and you don't even have to give out your exact coordinates to where you live. You can just say, "Oh, I live in this city," right? And Google Maps will allow you to. I will be able to create this like little location point and pin it on this map, and people will be able to view it publicly. So if someone is close to that area, they'll be like, "Oh, this person is from this place," and they'll be able to look at the map, look at the pinpoint, look at their email address, and possibly contact them for possible meetups. So the reason why I said all that is because Carol Williams made a very interesting point about, oh, we should do a walkathon. The thing is, we need to know where people are located and shit. The problem is we don't know where people are located. So that's why it's not going to really work like that. Oh, it's okay. You remember later. Please finish telling us whether you had any reactions from kids or people this week at your new job. Right, right, right. So this is the funny thing about it. This is the funny thing about it. I would naturally think that kids would react, be more honest, or be more vocal about somebody smelling bad because kids don't have a filter. They haven't been groomed to lie. They haven't been groomed to lie about stuff like and or be polite. Being polite is just not telling the truth when you need to. But so hundreds of kids every day for the last 5 days, like passing by me and stuff while I'm sitting out in the sun, sweating. My, my nipples are sweating. You know how you get so sweaty that you start to feel that little drop of sweat come down your booty cheeks. That it was that hot. You know what I mean? I felt that. Boop. I was like, oh shit, this shit's getting serious. You know what I'm saying? So, but my thing is like the weird thing is I thought I was gonna get a lot of reactions, but I didn't. I didn't at all. Honestly, I did not get as many reactions as I thought I was gonna get, and what? And it was as if like from I did it from was it Monday? I think I did it from Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So from Wednesday to Friday, I didn't get any reactions at all, which was the craziest thing in the world to me. It was so absurd. It was like, what the fuck? I mean, don't get me wrong, there were still questionable things that people did. Like, I remember this one kid, I was standing, I wish I could show you a map of the theater. So I was standing in this certain area of the theater, and there was kids passing by and stuff. But the line stopped for some reason because I guess they were trying to organize all the kids, try to check if all the kids are there. And I just remember this one kid doing like this, right? So, um, so my thing is like there was sort of that, and then I remember like so not only are there kids, obviously there's chaperones, and not only are there chaperones, there's people that I have to work with, and they are divided into building attendants and um, they're divided into some other group. And I think I've heard there was this a group of people who worked for me, who worked in the company or worked in the theater that were sitting by me for a little bit. And they were like, they're talking on their like little walkie talkies. And then they left. They walked away. And I think I overheard one of them say, he smells like ass. And the other person that was in the group turned around and looked at me, and she was like, "Yeah, he does." So like there's so much to say about it. There's so much because there was like it was 4 days of that, and then there was one big day on a Saturday. And this was the big day, and it wasn't just a couple of hundred people. It wasn't just a couple of hundred kids. That most of the kids were like pre pre-K, kindergarten. But now, like on a Saturday, there was just kids, teenagers, people of all ages coming in, and so there was a lot more people that are around me. And at the same time, it was even hotter. So I was really drenched and sweaty on a Saturday. And it just, there's majority of the time I didn't see anything, but there was always those few instances where I feel like I overheard somebody say something about me, or they like scrunch up their nose when they pass by me. Or I remember like on that Saturday, right when I left, there was this breeze that kicked in while I was leaving. And I remember while I was passing by, there were these two ladies, like maybe 20 feet away from me. And I saw one of the ladies hold her nose, and I think she whispered to the other lady, like, I think she whispered to the other lady, but I can't remember what she said. And that shit bothered me because I feel like the reason why she started to hold her nose like this is because I was walking and the wind blew, I guess, whatever possible odor I had in her direction, which made her hold her nose. So it's like, I don't know. I don't know. I do feel like it's significantly less, and I don't know. It could be a number of things. It could be all in my head. Maybe she just held her nose because I don't know, she had allergies or some shit. That's the thing about it. Like sometimes you overanalyze people's behavior and say, okay, that could be me. Oh, what's that? But sometimes it's like, nah, that's not it. But sometimes like, I don't know, that probably was me, and then there's nothing you could do about it. Even when I don't know, there's just a lot of stuff to say. There's a lot of stuff to say about it. But at the end of the day, um, I think I get less reactions. Um, Yay, no reactions. What were your food and supplement choices this week? Well, my food and supplement choices. Like, I mean, I made a video about it. I made a video about it. Basically, all the stuff I get is like the one a day multivitamin, the psyllium husk, and the activated charcoal. Now, I know Carol Mel Gazelle said something to the effect that having overusing activated charcoal is bad for you or something. Um, I didn't see any information like that. The only thing I've heard, negative side effects I heard about activated charcoal, is that you might be constipated. You might get constipation. But maybe there's some information that people in the chat knows about it. I don't know. I don't know because I haven't seen it. I haven't seen any like negative. Oh, long term effect of using this thing is going to give you this whatever. By the way, just to make everybody know, there's an interview no show. The guy didn't show up. Try to try to try to email the guy, and he just did not show up at all. So I'm just chatting it up with everybody. How is everybody's week? Is everybody doing good? I don't know. But yeah, that shit bothers me. Caramel, so what you're doing is working? Is what I'm doing working? I don't know. Like, because I can't detect it. But I feel like it. I feel like it. I feel like because I know if I can talk a little bit about G6 management. When I used to work in North Miami, I used to work in North Miami, and I used to work in this building, and I would have to obviously I would go have to get in the elevator to go. It was on the sixth floor. My workplace in the sixth floor, and I had to get on the elevator to go up. And sometimes when I get on the elevator, there were people there, and there was a number of instances that when I got on the elevator, people would like move away from me. Like they do like little slick shit like that. They'll move away from me, or I would hear them like hold their breath, and that shit get on my fucking nerves. Have you told people you work with that you have team? Exactly. Yeah, that's the thing. I told people. I told like the job I went to from a jump. When I went to the interview, I was like, listen, um, I have T-Mal. That basically means the food I eat is gonna basically make me smell bad. This is not a hygiene issue. This is a rare metabolic issue. So if you do smell something, it's not because I do not practice hygiene. And they were like, okay. And within the interview process, I saw them like sniffle and rub their nose a couple of times. So my thing is, but at the same time, I was like, fuck it, I don't give a shit. I told them what the fuck it was, so they got to deal with that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I also feel like, let me see this, doing good, taking it easy. I'm in NYC, got an iced coffee after work, and now relaxed. There's a lot of people in New York who have this shit. I work in a part of Manhattan where you cannot escape people. Think like Times Square. I still get comments, but what can they do? I'm still going to come to work. Exactly. Uh, it's funny. It's so funny. Like, there's so many people that live in New York, and just and it's so interesting because I know, like, just the other last interviewer, what was her name? Net. She was talking about she went on a meetup with people in New York, and I know there's a couple of people there's a couple of people on YouTube who are actually from New York. I know that there's that girl. I think her name was like Jessie, and then there's I think there's a woman named Whitney DeVry who's from New York as well. There's a gang of people in New York. There must be something wrong with the water or some shit because it's just like it's so weird that in certain places, I feel like I have this theory that there's just certain places where there's just large amounts of people who have it. There you see more people in this area who have it as opposed to another city. You know what I'm saying? I feel that way. Let me read some of the comments. Okay. I still get commented, but what can they do? I'm still going to come to work. Yeah, at the same time, yeah. But at the same time, it's like when you get comments, it does get to you. It does get to you a lot. It bothers the hell out of you. I know it bothers. I can't speak for I can't speak for everybody else. I can only speak for me. That shit bothers you because it's like, especially if you feel like you're doing good, especially if you're trying to do some type of diet or something like that, and like I don't know, you abstain for certain fruits, certain foods that you really want to eat, but at the same time you're like, okay, let me try to eat clean and be healthy and all that horse shit. So you do all that shit, but then you still get like people say, or they make like they try to be disrespectful and make little jokes about you, and then you're like, what the fuck? I did all this shit, and people still making fun of me, or people still saying X, Y, Z about me. That shit gets to you, and then like there's certain instances where people are so desperate where they don't eat anything, they don't eat anything at all, and then but they still get comments. I have fond memories in college about that, like where I was like really depressed, so then I stopped eating stuff, but nonetheless that didn't do shit. Let me read some of the comments. It's pretty devastating. It's a defeated feeling. Yeah. I guess you're talking about like smelling bad, but you have to learn to ignore it. Sometimes we also get paranoid. Yeah, that's another thing. I always wanted to make a topic about paranoia because I do feel like sometimes everybody has theories. I have this theory sometimes that like sometimes you don't smell at all. But since you are paranoid, you think, oh, he rubbed his nose because I smell so bad. Maybe he rubbed his nose because it fucking itched. Like maybe he just rubbed his nose because something in the wind blew some shit up his nose, and now he's like, he's like trying to get it out. You know what I mean? Like, Kitty Film. Let me read this. Kitty Film. Um, I'm originally born and raised in Morocco, but now living in NYC. It's sterilized as hell in here. Everyone is expected to smell like sunflowers and hand sanitizers. You're Morocco. What? How do you say? How do you call Morocco people? Moroccans? 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 So let me ask you, Kitty Fim, um, did you get it? Did you start getting this odor once you went to NYC, or did you have it when you were still in Morocco? Hmm. Let me read some more stuff. Um, Getting comments will bother you, but you have to learn to ignore it. Yeah, that's the thing a lot of people say, and it's true. I mean, it's, but it's like I feel like I feel like that statement is true, but it's like it's sort of like when people say, I feel like that. I feel like it's sort of like when people say, "Oh, in order to lose weight, all you got to do is stop eat less." I mean, yeah, the premise in itself is simple. Like the way you say it is simple, but it's not as simple as people try to present it. And yeah, people like, yeah, but you still just got to do it. But it's not as simple. It's sort of like people saying, "Oh, in order to all you got to do in order to go to college, all you got to do is just apply and just continue to work, or in order to get a degree, all you got to do is just do well on tests." I mean, yeah, that's true, but the thing is, you're not really looking to all the different factors that go into like just the college life. And if you have to work, you have to work to sustain yourself, and at the same time you might have kids, or at the same time you might have to deal with this odor, and at the same time you might not have enough time to study. Like all that comes into play. So even if the person fails, people will naturally feel like, oh man, it's my fault. But it's like it's not as simple as it's people try to portray it, whether it's someone trying to get a degree, get a college degree, or someone just trying to ignore people's comments, or someone trying to exercise or lose weight. It's not as simple as people say it is. There's tons of factors that go into it that move you off your game. You know what I'm saying? But let me read some comments. Trudeau, oh hell no. I love food. I drink a lot of water, but never give up food. Um, yeah, I love food too, but you know, at the same time, I don't like people saying I smell like shit. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta compromise sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Kitty Fim, I have hyperhidrosis. My dad has it too. Smell like sweat sometimes. No, T-Mal had hyper. Oh, so you don't have T-Mal. You just smell like sweat. So you just smell sweaty. Smelling sweaty is not that bad. I mean, I don't know. As a smelling sweat is like you just smell like you've been exercising, or you smell like you were just from outside. Like a sweaty, smelly person just smells like they went outside for a very long time. They smell like they're from the outside. If that makes sense, like that's not bad. I mean, some people in here smell like a fucking dumpster fire. You know what I'm saying? So just smelling like sweat is. I mean, I don't want to minimize your issue. I'm just saying, smelling like sweat is a lot better than smelling like doo doo. Just saying. Let me see here. Counts as body odor. Mine is severe. I have hyper. Oh, here's another thing, Kitty Fem. I have hyperhidrosis too. Um, so, like I said, you have hyperhidrosis. I'm pretty sure if you have the same experiences as me, like let's say for example, you just go outside and it's just an 80-degree. Well, in NYC is pretty cold. Well, I'm pretty sure it gets 80 degrees at some point in NYC, and you just walk for 5 minutes and you start to feel that drop of sweat sliding down the crack of your ass, man. And it's only been 5 minutes since you were walking. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, but at the same time, it's like you just gotta keep going. Like you just gotta act like it ain't nothing. And at the same time, once that's just like 5 minutes. Once it's 10 minutes, now your whole head starts to sweat and drip and all that other stuff. Like, bro, I know for me, like when I go into the gym, and I start doing, I don't know, I do aerobics, like 10 minutes. In 10 minutes, I'm drenched in sweat. In 10 minutes, like my chest, my I you always wear like a white shirt. My white shirt gets all wet and stuff. Like there's some people out there, the average person doesn't drench in sweat. The average person can just run for an hour and they'll just get like a little smidge of the sweat that's just drops down and they like, oh, you saw that sweat. Oh, I really killed it today. Boy, I can sweat 5 times as fast and 5 times less the amount of time it takes them to get that little dribble of sweat. So it's like, I mean, and here's another thing. I guess since you're a woman, like I think being a woman plays a factor too. Like women want to smell nice all the time, and that makes sense. The thing is, sweating is sort of normal, and I don't know. It's not. It's not. I don't think it's the end of the world. As long as you, as long as you don't smell like I don't know, you don't smell like stank cow. You're all right. Let me read some of the comments. Um, I love to jump for an interview. Sorry for labor. I'll sweat you, so I get you. Yes, I agree. No reaction from people is way better than the taste of any junk food or fast food. YT, how do you spell it? YT Moo? YT Mallow? I have fecal bad breath and body odor. I once answered a call on the train. Everyone around me gasped. A couple of guys held their nose. Yeah, it's really offensive. Caramel Gazelle, stress and anxiety makes you sweat like crazy. Yes, it does. True doll, I'm not talking about junk food. I love good food, quality food. Well, shit, I love junk food. I love greasy pizza. Oh, that's another thing. That's another thing. I'm glad we're talking about food right now, bro. So I just talked about how I left my job, my other security job, and now on this security job. On the last day on my job, I worked the night shift or whatever. So last day on my job, I was thinking to myself, damn, I know there's an IHOP close by, and I haven't ate pancakes in a long ass time, right? So I was like, I'm gonna go to IHOP. I'm gonna go IHOP on my last day at work. I mean, after I get off work. So I get off of work, I drive up into IHOP, and I ordered, what's that? I ordered like 5 buttermilk pancakes, scrambled eggs, and 2 sausage links. I don't want to say I got emotional after that shit, but when I ate, I bit into that motherfucker. I bit in, and I buttered that pancake up. I buttered that shit up like, I put 2 fucking scoops of butter on that motherfucking pancakes. This shit was so, but you know how like you eat something and you haven't eaten something in such a long time, but it tasted really good. So you want to eat it again, but it wasn't, but when you eat it again, it wasn't as good. Boy, like when I ate that motherfucker, it was better than what I thought it was gonna be. This shit, they sprinkled like unicorn tears or some shit. Like, I don't fucking know. They sprinkled magical dust on those fucking pancakes. Those shits was so fucking good. I don't want to say I was emotional, but I was like, I was like choked up a little bit. I was like, I'm like in shock. I'm eating these like, and I put all this blueberry syrup on that shit. I was like, ate that motherfucker. I'm just like in deep thought, eating this fucking pancakes. I'm like, how can this shit taste so fucking good? This shit tastes so fucking good. And I was just like, and it's so funny because after I ate that whole breakfast, it felt like my whole day was better. You know what I mean? Like my whole day was better just because of that. And it's so funny how food can make you do that shit. It's so fucking weird, but it really it really brightened up my day. Like, because here's another thing about the last day of my job where I was working at American Night Security Shopping Plaza. I was getting seasonal allergies, so sneezing, and had runny nose and stuff. But when I got to that IHOP, that motherfucker cleared up. That just cleared up. Like, I'm telling you, they they pour some magical dust on that bitch on those pancakes. Like, oh shit, because everything just felt good. I had a pep in my step and shit. Like, I felt like I felt like I don't know. I felt rich. I felt rich or some shit. You know what I mean? And you when you drink, because I had and it was, and you know what's funny? It was only like $27. It was only 27. I remember. I'm like, I thought, because I was thinking to myself, I'm gonna spend at least $50 on this thing, and only spent like $27. And I'm like, wow, that's a lot. I mean, that wasn't that much, and I was like, that was great. But let me read the comments. I was gonna get pizza after work, but the line was hella long. Should be on medical marijuana. We need less stress. So should be on medical marijuana. Yeah, I heard people say that marijuana affects them in a negative way. They smell worse. I never smoked the marijuana because I don't want to get locked up. Um, but some people do it to release stress and shit. Shouts out to you. I just never, I was never like a smoker or a drinker. And I know that's hard for people who drink too. Like a lot of people who drink. Um, mm, but for me, you know what's funny? Hey man, we were emailing. Sorry for late. I just got from, wait, what? Sorry, man. I love to jump on if it's late. Is this you? Hold up. Is this you, Kevin Puma? Kid, boy, you guys have some confusing ass user. KIXHF is kicks kicks. I'll just call you Mr. K. Mr. K. So you're Kevin Puma. Um, well, damn. Should I let you on? I mean, I just ranted for fucking like 40 minutes. Should I lend you? Do you think TMAL and illnesses like will be considered physical? Will it take sufferers running for some kind of office? um, I couldn't come up with the Knicks name, so I just hit my keyboard. Bro. Okay. Let me say this. It's 9:50, right? Um, it's 9:50. Okay, and I have my job at 12:15. It's gonna be a short ass interview. Wait, you know what? Can I get you on next week, or did I already plan for somebody next week? Hold on. Jesus Christ. Hold on a second. Let me look at my interview process, my interview thing. No, somebody's up next week. Somebody's up next week. Raphael's up next week. Raphael's up next week. So you can't come next week. Um, how do you think oh yeah, love. What about Tom? Who the hell is Tom? Wait, let me just read these from top to bottom. Okay, how do you think illnesses like T-Mal illness? Oh, God damn it, this shit's going fast. Um, Jesus Christ, why is people talking so fast? How do you think T-Mal illnesses like will be considered physical? I think this is such a good question. Love. And will it take sufferers running for some kind of office? My thing is like, my thing is just like Carol Williams just said. Um, maybe there needs to be like some type of fundraiser or some shit. Um, maybe there needs to be. I really had this wild idea in my head that I should try to contact somebody from the CDC and try to, I don't know, set up some type of interview, but it's not going to be like an interview like this. It would be like a special interview. And we can ask them all these questions on how to get this thing registered as a disability, but I don't know how to do that. You know, like how am I going to just who would I call? Who can I contact within who can I contact within the organization that's willing to get on camera and talk to people for this like 300 subscriber channel about the CDC, what's the process to do that, so on and so forth. I don't know if that's even possible. It sounds great. It sounds great on paper, but I don't know if that's even a thing. I don't think there will be like representatives that would take time out their day just to talk about the certain guidelines or rules in order to try to submit a certain disease to be recognized as a disability. You know what I'm saying? So it's, I don't know. Maybe you do. We need to start pulling our money together and start paying off politicians. Rich people do it all the time. We just like put some money in his pocket. Hey, just get this thing. I don't know. Get this name to the masses, and everything will be alright. You know what I mean? Just like pay them off or some shit. I don't know, but I do want to read all this shit down. Okay, I couldn't come up with a nickname, so I just hit my keyboard. That's what I came up with. Okay, yes, let him on. Yes, do the interview. That's a good question. Love. No worries. I'll get on that quick or whenever you can fit me in. My story is long as f. What about Tom? Who is Tom? Love. Um, or you could do a double interview next week. Man, a double interview. I don't think so. I think I'm busy next week. I think I have a lot of work. There's like like I said, I work for a theater. I'm working for a theater, right? So that means next week we have rehearsals for like high school graduations. You know, a lot of high school graduations use theaters. A lot of school graduation use theaters and shit like that. So I'm working for like these like rehearsal times, and I'm pretty much just gonna stand up for 6 hours straight and shit. And it's gonna be so annoying. That's another thing why I hate this job is I'm standing up for 6 hours straight. And after like 6 hours, your like feet feel like pounded meat. Like it feels like I don't know, man. But let me finish reading some of these comments. What about Tom? Who the hell is Tom? Tom from MySpace? Who is this? Um, Kicks. Have you been tested? Wait. I think I skipped some shit. I'm a legit T-Mouse sufferer. True Doll. Yeah. Caramel Gazelle. Yep, do that. Caramel Gazelle. Social Security Office. Social Security Office allows you to contact people about the CDC. Love. LOL. Caramel Gazelle. Yeah, what money? True Doll. Kicks. Have you been tested? YT Mo, in the UK, we did an email campaign this week to our local members of parliament. Everyone sent an email to their MP. Interesting. Kicks. Tested for what? I didn't know there was a test. I'm a legit T-Mouse software. What test? There's a test? Oh shit. You telling me after okay. There's a test for real? I just can say I'm T-Mouse software. Wait a second. In the UK, I meant let me see. Test for what? I didn't know there was a test. Love. I meant for Tom. I meant Tom for the other person. I meant wait, what? What language are you speaking? What? I meant Tom for the other person? What? I don't know what she meant. Lo Marie, sorry if I asked caused you to get demonetized last week. I cuss. LOL. I'm not monetized at all. And I think you need 1,000 subscribers to even be monetized, I believe. So I'm not even monetized. I don't have any type of ads on my channel at all. I'm going to call you Mr. K. Mr. K, but I suffer from feces body odor. It still lingers, but not nearly as bad as in high school. YT Moo. I mean, you could have both of them on at the same time. Both of them on at the same time. Huh. Both of them on at the same time. I gotta talk to Ralph about that. That sounds interesting, but it's like, so that's interesting. That's interesting. I don't know. I don't know. I gotta talk to Ralph about that. Let's see if Mr. K's cool. Can't get the disability for a disorder that's not recognized enough. Damn, these shits are going fast. So no interview tonight. The thing is, um, I mean, I could let him on, but it has to be less than an hour. It has to be less than an hour, like, because it's almost 10 o'clock. So I can get you an hour, but then I will have to like prepare after like 11 or some shit. If you're down with it, but I could set you up with a time. Let me tell you, Mr. K, I'll call you Kevin because you have Kevin in your email. Let me tell you, Kevin, like the next slot, I love to do it with someone else. Okay, no one person at a no one person at a time, please. Mm, mm, can't get to disbeliever. Yeah, there's a lot of things I just missed. Kitty, he hasn't figured out what Tom is. We ain't getting no interview. What is Tom? What the fuck? Is this some secret code name? What the fuck is a Tom? Oh, tomorrow. Oh, what the fuck? People be making up these new words and shit. All the young people and their lingo, their new lingo. Tom is short for tomorrow. Shit, I thought we were talking about a guy named Tom. Like, who the fuck is Tom? The fuck? Oh, we need to get Tom on. I'm like, what? The fuck? Okay. I guess I have to let's have research to do. Can't get this disability that's not recognized. I'm down though. So you no interview tonight? No interview tonight. I'm just talking with the audience. Kitty Femme. Kitty La Femme. Well, no, one person at a time. This is my I don't know if I should say this yet. Um, but I was talking to this person who supposedly has. Well, I know she has it. She's she has an identical twin sister, and what I was going to do was put them. But I thought it was a good idea to put them both on at the same time. Um, but the thing is, the reason why I want to put them both on because they're like related, they're connected, and they're identical twin sisters. Um, but the thing is, to put somebody random who are not connected with each other both on at the same time sounds weird. It's interesting, but at the same time, it's weird. And I think it's sort of because like I usually take like an hour, 20 minutes just for one person. So if I'm going to add another person on, it's probably going to take longer to do the interview. And I don't know if I like that. I don't know. Because I do want to effectively allow people to just tell their story. Just ask you a question and you just go and you just talk about it. Um, um, but yeah, so I guess the only reason I would even allow two people on to do an interview is if you're connected some way. You're like brother and sister, or you're somewhere. Love. Let me ask. Can I ask you a person? I don't want to ask you a personal question because there's an audience here. Uh, mm, well, let me ask you a question, love. Are you from California? Now let me read some of the comments. Let me read some of these comments. Let me see if someone asked me something. I would want to listen to other guys' story. I agree. One person at a time, interviewed at a time, and then bring people who are interviewed to a group show. No, it's not weird. They will both just share their story. You just get it on TV. You get it on television, etc. Don't limit yourself. That's the thing. It's going to take a lot of time. Like I want everybody to tell their story, and if on average, one person takes like an hour, 20 minutes just to do an interview, I do want to. It's probably going to take even longer just to do the interview, and I don't think I will have time because I don't know how my schedule is going to work out. That's another thing about this current job. It's like just right now, I'm going to have to do a night shift, but I don't know if next Friday I'm going to do a night shift. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all over the place. That's the thing. So I don't know if I have the ability. I don't know. It just I don't know. It sounds interesting, but I don't know. Let me try to read some of these things. I live in or something. I don't know. Okay, no, it's not weird. They'll both just share the story. You get a TV. You get on TV, etc. Don't limit yourself. Okay, I think everybody just said everything they wanted to say, unless there's new stuff. But I really want to figure this thing out, this Google Maps thing out before I end this thing because, bro, I did something. I was fooling around with it at one point, and I figured out how to do it. And I want to see if I can do it again. Because if I can do this shit again, oh man, maybe it's Google Earth. Is this Google Earth? Let me check the chat here. One person will not be able to get all their feelings and experience out uninterrupted. Exactly. That's what I wanted to say. Have you looked into those customer jobs, work it from home? Um, I mean, I guess I haven't. The thing is, I usually go to Rat Race Rebellion for those types of things, and let me try to finish. Let me try to finish what she. Let me try to respond to what she was saying. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, yeah. I usually go to Rat Race Rebellion to try to find like work from home places. The thing is, I didn't want a 40-hour job because I'm still trying to pursue becoming a web developer. You know, this is why I wanted like this is why I'm not really that mad about the amount of hours I'm getting. I'm just mad that I don't have a fixed schedule with this job. I'm not mad at the hours. I'm just mad that I don't have a fixed schedule and the fact that I had to stand up for 6 hours every day. Not every day, but in some instances I do. And that just bothers me because it's extreme. It's painful. Like after I stand up for 30 minutes, my feet get tired. That's just me. You know, maybe some people have iron feet, but I don't have iron feet. My feet are made. I should say that. My feet are softer than baby booty cheeks. My feet are softer than baby booty cheeks. So those shits get really irritated. Those shits get irritated real quick. You know what I'm saying? So, um, anyways, let me try to figure this thing out before I go, man. Because I know if I could figure this thing out, man, let me check on the chat. Let's see what people have to say. Do you have a degree or certification in IT? Um, I have a degree, but it's a degree in visual communications. So basically no. I don't have a degree in the industry I'm trying to get into. I have a degree, but not the degree where it's going to just let me get into that industry. So I think that's one of the factors, one of the reasons why I'm having a hard time. Um, so um, my thing is, Jesus Christ, what was it called? I think it was Google Maps, but you have to hit one of these things and then you go to add a missing place, add your business, send feedback, customer, take a tour, language tips and tricks. No. Is it add a missing place? That's not it. That is not it, guys. That's not it. Jesus Christ. Let me check on the chat, see how everybody's doing. Iron feet, so nobody's saying anything. Cool. One person not able to, okay, yeah, I read all that. Okay. I'm just trying to get this thing, figure this thing out. While I'm figuring these things out, how's everybody's week? It's an interview no show. I appreciate people. Let me start shouting out people. I want to shout out True Doll, Caramel Gazelle, YT Moo. I already said Caramel Gazelle, Love Love. And all the people who decided to comment. I really appreciate the comments. Try Google Earth. Okay, I'm at Google Earth. Boy, this thing is loading forever. Not directions. No, it was something else. What was it? That's not it. That's not it. What the hell is this? Boy, oh boy, set a home address. Your places, I would think it's this. No. Create map. Oh shit, I think this is the one. This is the one. Oh shit, I found it. Oh shit, I found it. Yes. Okay. Hey, shout out to all the ladies in the room. I'm gonna buy me a dress and wear it to work next week. I'll be cute, and you better show your cute, smelly self off. You better show yourself off. Oh, okay. Add layer. Okay. Okay, yeah, this is the thing. This is the thing. Okay, hold up. Let me chill out. Let me just test it out one quick second here. Let me check on the chat, see if everybody's doing good. Kitty, go, you go, girl. Okay, let's see here. Add places to this layer. Yes. No, wait. Oh yeah, okay, so let me do this. 3 3. Oh, don't 178. Yes. Boom. Add to map. Details from this map. Boom. And then you say, okay. Okay, wait a second. Okay, John Doe. John Doe. Yeah. I'm sorry, guys. I just found out. Maybe. Let me. Should I show you? Yeah, because it's gonna be weird just to see me just like get excited over this thing. So I'm on the. I figured out how to access the thing for Google Maps. What I was talking about earlier in the thing. If you weren't there, basically what I was saying was there's this option in Google Maps where you can pin certain places, certain locations all across the map. And you can add details to these location pins. What I was planning to do was make a video basically talking about a new series I was going to create where the whole series is about me getting on a live stream and asking people like where they're located and what email address they want to give out and stuff like that. So people can start to figure out where other people are located who have this weird disorder, who have this weird metabolic body odor. So then you can be a lot easier for you to meet up with one another once you see that there's other people closer to your area or within your area or within your city. So, where the fuck am I at? I was just here. Okay, so let's just say John Doe. And let me put email. Come on. John at gmail.com. Okay, and I just hit save. Now, if I go back out, oops, I think I did it wrong. Reset it. Okay, cool. Now, if I go back out, see? Okay. I'm going to show you what I'm looking at right now. Okay, I'm going to show you what I'm looking at because you're just seeing my stupid face, my whole stupid face. You have information on rareconnect.org already. People who don't really want to connect, I feel, I try not even to talk. Yeah, some people just don't want to talk, but some people do want to connect. Some people do want to connect and meet up So this is what the series is for. So let me share my screen because I'm pretty sure you saw my stupid face this whole time. I should have shared my screen earlier. No, just Google Hangouts. No, not Google Hangouts. Just share YouTube. Just share this. Oops, wrong one. Okay. Application window, share. Great. So you're seeing exactly what I'm seeing. Great. So on this map, let's say this is called, can I rename this map? Rename. I cannot rename. Oh, yes, I can. Who? Let's call this body odor map, right? See if you can still see what I'm seeing. You can. Great. Fantastic. So I just created just this fake one. And this is just a location pin. And within this location pin, you have a name. You can add details like your email address. You can even, I don't know, like let's say you want to add your age. Let's say you want to find people within your age range, right? So what you would do is like, oops, what the hell is going on here? Hello, edit. So what you would say is like, oh, age, I don't know, 21 or whatever, and you save it. And if you want to create another pin, all you have to do is like, let's say we were just talking about people from New York. There's a lot of people in New York. Let's just say New York. Boom. So we create a pin in New York. We can add it to map. And then we can make a name. Let's say there's a person named Jane Doe in New York. And we want her email to be jane@gmail.com. And there, so I can basically save all these location pins from people all across the city, from a city, state, um, um, from people outside of America, right? And we can save this information. You can add your information about your email address, and then you could put even your zip code. So let's say you're in New York or you're in New York, but you're all the way in the west of New York. I don't know where that's located. And then somebody's like, oh shit, I'm close to that area too. So then they see your email and then they can contact you. And if you all want to meet up or something like that, it'll be a lot easier to meet up. You see what I'm saying? Um, I mean, so that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to create a video about that. And am I still showing? Yeah, oh, I'm on the comments. But yeah, this is what I basically wanted to do. And this was just like I'm not gonna call it body odor map. I'll call it meetup map or something like that. But this is just like an example. And as you see here, you can see the different points in America. And you can put your city, you could put your zip code. Let's put a zip code like 33157. And click this one. How do I know about this zip code? Well, first thing all I could do is add it to map. But the reason why I know the zip code is because this zip code is really close to my location. So let me say my name. Let me put my name in this motherfucker. Jermaine Forbes. And my email, the way you can reach me, is bosufferers, oops, @gmail.com. And I just save it, right? So now I exit out the map or I zoom out the map. And then you could see, oh, there's about 2 people that live in Miami or live close in the Florida region. And is how you guys can meet up with one another. I think that's going to be a really cool thing to do. And oh, can someone fill me in? I just came in. Okay. Yeah, so there's no interview because he flaked off, basically. Um, and I was just chatting with the audience, whoever decided to show up. I appreciate everybody who did decide to show up. And I wanted to show people of this new series or video idea I have about trying to help people meet up with one another. Oh, bro, all that information is on rareconnect.org. Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that. Shit. Well, I'm still going to create my own version of it. Let me turn this thing back off. Or turn, yes, stop screen sharing. And I'm back. Yeah. So, yeah. Um, so I was going to be there for only an hour. Um, and you just said, bro, all that information is on rareconnect.org. Let me ask you this, YT Moo. Are you saying that there's a lot of people who have these like location points of where to meet up at? Um, I don't know. I don't know. I'm waiting for him to respond. But yeah, that's a video idea I have, and I think that'd be pretty fucking cool to do. Um, Another thing I thought would be cool to do. I don't know if Caramel Gazelle is on here or many of the. Can Candida really be a culprit of body odor? Unless there is some information that confirms this, there's some information from reliable sources that can confirm this. That's the only time I will ever believe that. I know people. I know people say that. I know people say leaky gut. I know all that stuff, but I need evidence. I don't need like theories and shit. So some people say it is. There's some people saying that it is. I say I don't know. That's my response. I gotta see information. I gotta see information that confirms this. Um, Not like theories from people who are not professionals. It's just that's just how I feel about it. But I only want to be here for an hour, and it's not way past an hour, it's just slightly past an hour. I wanted to show off this idea I had in my head, a video I wanted to create, and I did. Um, the Mr. K or Kevin, whatever his name is, I'm going to contact you later about fitting you into an interview because, um, yeah, because I do want to get it's more interviews on. But other than that, man, I appreciate everybody from watching. I know it sucks that there's not an interviewer, but yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna end it right here. I'll see you guys later. Let me see here and end it. Oh, stop progress. Stop broadcast.